One team has a passing stat that beats Brazil. No one is talking about it. We're deep into the 2020s World Cup. 48 teams, 16 knockout slots, and the same old favorites are grabbing headlines. Brazil's Samba, France's depth, Argentina's dynasty. But behind the noise, one team is quietly building something terrifying. Their numbers don't lie, and the stat that exposes them, it's not goals, it's not possession, it's something far more dangerous. Something that predicts champions. This stat is called the pass completion rate in the final third. It measures how clean a team moves the ball into scoring areas. Most teams crack under pressure here. They panic. They hoof it. But one team, a supposed underdog, has a rate that rivals top-tier sides. You'd expect it from Spain or Germany, not from a nation many fans overlook. The gap is staggering, and it's been growing all tournament. That team is Morocco. Yes, the same Morocco that reached the semis in 2022. Many wrote it off as a fluke, a lucky run. But this year, they returned with a new weapon: composure. Their final third pass success rate sits above 80%. That matches Brazil's elite number, and it's higher than England's. The numbers don't care about reputations. They just book tickets to the quarterfinals. But wait, how did a team from North Africa suddenly develop this skill? The answer starts 3 years ago. In 2023, Morocco's federation made a bold bet. They hired a technical director obsessed with analytics. The man doesn't just watch games, he studies pass maps like a chess grandmaster. He restructured youth academies around one core metric: clean progression into the box, no wasted crosses, no blind passes. Now let's zoom into one player who embodies this shift. His name is Bilal El Khanous, a 22-year-old playmaker. In the group stage, he completed 94% of his final third passes. That's ridiculous. For reference, Kevin De Bruyne averages around 87. El Khanous isn't flashy, he's surgical. He doesn't take risks. He takes calculated routes, and defenses are terrified of him. They can't press him because he finds the gap every time. But here's the twist: Morocco's passing stat alone isn't enough. Plenty of teams pass well and crash out. What makes this different? It's the combination with their pressing. They don't just pass accurately. They win the ball back in under 4 seconds after losing it. That's elite. Among the best in the tournament. When they lose possession, they swarm, and then they immediately resume their calm, precise passing. So, who is their biggest victim so far? In the opening match, they faced Canada, a physical, fast team. Canada pressed high. Morocco didn't panic. They played out from the back with a 92% pass accuracy overall. Canada barely touched the ball in dangerous areas. Final score, 2-0 Morocco. It wasn't lucky, it was systematic. Canada's coach admitted post-match, "We couldn't get near them." That's the power of composure. Now, let's talk about the dark horse narrative. Every World Cup has one. 2014 Costa Rica, 2018 Croatia, 2022 Morocco. But the pattern is cruel. These teams usually fall to a European giant in the quarters. Why? Because they run out of gas. Their passing drops off late in games. But this Morocco is different. They've added depth. Their bench includes players from top European leagues. They aren't an 11-man team anymore. One of those bench players is Achraf Hakimi. Okay, he's a starter. But his role in the system is underrated. Hakimi isn't just a wingback, he's a connector. His final third pass rate is 87%, elite for a defender. He links defense and attacks seamlessly. And here's the scary part. He's still only 27, prime years. He's been in this system for 3 years now. He knows where everyone will be before they get there. But let's not ignore the elephant in the room, the schedule. Morocco played their group stage in the western United States, hot, dry conditions. That would normally kill an African team's stamina. But Morocco's fitness staff counteracted it. They used cooling vests, hydration protocols, and sleep tracking. Their conditioning is on par with Germany. They didn't fade in the second half against Canada. They got stronger. Now here's where the hidden stat becomes a weapon. Morocco's final third pass rate is consistent regardless of opponent. They faced a top 10 FIFA-ranked team in the group, Mexico, and guess what? Their passing rate didn't drop. It actually increased. Mexico tried to break their rhythm with tactical fouls, but Morocco just reset, played short passes, found the free man. Mexico's midfield was exhausted by minute 70. Morocco won 1-0. But critics will say, they haven't faced a real powerhouse yet. Fair. Their next match is against Germany in the round of 16. Germany is a giant. But here's the irony. Germany's weakness is defending patient buildup. They like chaos. They thrive on high tempo. Morocco will slow the game down. Force Germany to defend for 90 minutes. Germany's fans will get frustrated, and then, in the 75th minute, Morocco will pounce. That's the plan. Let's zoom out for a second. Why does this stat matter beyond Morocco? Because it reveals a truth about modern soccer. The days of relying on individual brilliance are fading. Teams that control space through passing win. The 2026 World Cup is proving it. Japan, another dark horse, also has a high final third pass rate. But Morocco's version is more dangerous because they combine it with physicality. They're like a Swiss Army knife. And here's the part that keeps me up at night. Morocco's coach, Walid Regragui. He's a tactical genius. He famously said, "We don't need to be the best. We just need to be the most disciplined." He studies opponents for hours. He makes adjustments at halftime that break games open. In the Mexico match, he switched to a back three after 60 minutes. It confused Mexico completely. They conceded within 5 minutes of the change. But there's a potential trap. Morocco's passing stat could be a mirage if they face a team that sits back. If Germany parks the bus, Morocco may struggle to find the final ball. But Regragui has a counter, a long ball option. Their striker, Youssef En-Nesyri, is tall and powerful. He can hold up play. If passing lanes close, they'll go direct. Then the stat shifts from passes to aerial duels won, and En-Nesyri wins 70% of those. Let's talk about the knockout bracket. If Morocco beats Germany, they likely face Portugal in the quarters. Portugal is vulnerable defensively. Their fullbacks push high. Morocco's passing into the channels will exploit that. And here's a chilling stat. Portugal's final third pass completion rate is only 75%. That's below Morocco's. In a knockout game, that difference of 5% could decide the game. It's a silent killer. Now, I'm not saying Morocco will win the World Cup. That would be nuts. But I am saying they're the most dangerous dark horse since 2018 Croatia. And the hidden stat proves it. Here's the final piece of evidence. Morocco's pass completion in the defensive third is 96%. That's the highest in the tournament. Under pressure, they don't make mistakes. They don't gift goals. That's why they haven't conceded more than 1 goal in any match. But wait, there's a counter-narrative brewing. Critics argue that Morocco's group was weak. Canada, Mexico, and Saudi Arabia, not exactly giants. But here's the thing. Mexico is ranked 12th in the world. Canada is rising. Saudi Arabia beat Argentina in 2022. That group wasn't a cakewalk, and Morocco dominated all three. They didn't scrape by. They controlled every game. The stat holds up against different styles. Let's also look at the player ratings. In the group stage, Morocco had 3 players in the top 10 for average rating: El Khanous, Hakimi, and goalkeeper Yassine Bounou. Bounou, by the way, has a save percentage of 88%. That's elite. When the passing system breaks, he's there. The combination of a composed outfield and a reliable keeper is the recipe for a deep run. They don't need to be perfect. They just need to be precise. And here's the emotional layer. Morocco's squad is playing for something bigger. They carry the hopes of an entire continent. Africa has never won a World Cup. The closest was Morocco in 2022. The pressure is immense. But this team isn't buckling. They're thriving. Their passing stat reflects calmness under fire. It's not just a number, it's a psychological statement. They believe they belong, and the stat says they do. So here's the bottom line. Hidden stats don't lie. Morocco's final third passing rate is a quiet earthquake. It's tearing down assumptions. If you've been sleeping on this team, wake up! The knockout stage starts this weekend. Watch their game against Germany. Watch how they pass. Watch how they never rush. And then, remember, you heard it here first. If you want more deep dives like this, hit subscribe and comment. Who is your dark horse? I'll reply with my pick.